when I started, I did have a sense of the glass ceiling because it was a topic that had been discussed quite a bit.
It may be different, it may exist in different shapes and forms for different individuals. I definitely believe it exists and that different approaches and strategies are required to overcome it, address it.
It's something that a lot of people do talk about in economic history, and it's unclear how much of a glass ceiling there is in certain fields.
I guess the difference is that it's often more difficult for women to make the same level of contribution with part-time working or different family demands, and that's where there isn't a level playing field.
In my department there is only one female professor, and that was quite a recent appointment. It's quite hard sometimes to see why, when there are so many undergraduates in economics, this hasn't fed through to the higher levels.
I'm in a very female-dominated faculty in health sciences, and we find that there are fewer women at top-level positions, and that's primarily because of the taking time out to have kids.
I get very frustrated when I'm in meetings and I hear comments like, oh, it's because they all have babies, or they lose direction because they become family-oriented and things like that. That's really quite offensive sometimes, because I think it's wrong and it's an easy answer. It's so much more complicated.
I think it probably is quite depressing for people who don't see female role models. The Economic History Society had a lot of female presidents, female professors, but I think that's a fairly recent phenomenon. And for me, it did help me a great deal to think that I could meet female professors.
I'm hoping to go for promotion in the next few years. It's a bit of a barrier for me because I want to start a family, and I'm thinking when do I actually do that, and the priorities that has between having a family and following your career.
I do still see the glass ceiling in operation. I think the best way with which we can deal with this is to be aware of how certain roles are viewed and making sure that we're clear about why we do certain things and how we get credit for the things that we do, so we don't get put into small boxes of girls' jobs.